Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about update 8.8, or I believe it's update 8.8, it might be update 8.7. Anyway, the new update that will come out in the middle of January. We're going to be talking about all the new features coming to the game in that update and everything about it and how it will change the game a lot and possibly forever. We will have to see. But yeah, we're just going to be starting here with the new Russian light tank line, the LTT100, I believe is the name of the tank, if that's correct. I don't know if it is. Anyway, but here we have the statistics of the tank. 1750 HP, great view range, 302 meters. We have a 3500 DPM, 240 pin, pretty good as well. And this tank has amazing DPM, obviously, 3,500, and a 5.22 second reload for 310 alpha, which is very good. The gun has pretty decent accuracy as well, 1.72 second aim time, 0.317 dispersion. You can see 15 degree. Oh, that's not depression. Oh my gosh. 5 degrees of gun depression. 68 kilometers an hour forward and 25 in reverse. Very quick reverse speed. And a look at the armor profile real quick here. You know, it's actually got decent armor for a light tank. I would say decent turret armor, which is quite nice. But yeah, really, what I need to talk about the the new LT, the new Russian light tank line, is what it can do with its new spotting mechanic. Basically, how this tank works is when it spots someone, and I believe it's after they shoot them. I believe you have to shoot them, the enemy tank. They will stay spotted for 20 seconds. Now, this is a really long time. That's twice as long as the normal amount of time. And, you know, that's pretty good. But I will say, I see a lot of people saying this is going to change. Now, obviously, what we're mainly talking about here is going to be tournaments. You know, this is going to change tournaments a lot, you know, stuff. I don't think so, because from what I understood is that the tank will have a, basically, when it shoots a tank, it has to shoot a tank to make it actually stay spotted longer. Essentially, it's only going to have time to shoot one tank, and that's not going to expose an entire team's movement on the map. You know, that's what I've been seeing. I really don't think it's going to actually affect stuff that much, you know, and I don't think it's going to be that bad. It has to hit a tank. I mean, you know, if it was just regular spotting and it spotted the tanks and then they stay spotted for 20 seconds, yeah, that'd be a little more. But it has to shoot the tank. It's only going to shoot one tank. You know, that tank could either, like, you know, stopping behind cover. Like, it's not going to actually change anything that much. Anyway, I just think that was a little overblown. And I don't really think it's going to actually be that big of an issue, because it's can only shoot one tank, and I doubt a whole team is going to run a bunch, like 7 LT4, you know, 7 LTs, like, you know, that wouldn't make any sense. So I really don't think it's going to affect tournaments that much at all. I think it's a little bit, you know, overthinking, like, oh, everyone's going to be spotted and it's going to expose all the movements, when in reality it's one tank. You know, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Anyway, it could be, who knows, but I don't think it will be that bad. So anyway, moving on now to the Tier 9, 1600 HP on the Tier 9, same view range, 2800 DPM on this tank, not quite as good a pin, still decent pin in DPM, basically is 6.6 second reload for that 310 alpha gun, a little worse accuracy on the tank, still pretty good though, more gun depression though, which is good, 8 degrees of gun depression, and is a little tiny bit slower top speed, and the same reverse speed. The armor profile is a lot worse on this Tier 9 though, definitely, you can see right there, it is way worse, but I think it will still be a decent tank. I do definitely still think the Tier 10 is going to be broken. I think that will be an amazing tank, super strong. I think the Tier 9 will be pretty decent as well. Now, here's the Tier 7, because the T-54 Lightweight will become the new Tier 8 tank for this line, so we really don't need to go over that or anything. But yeah, this is a Tier 7, so 1100 HP on this tank, 2300 DPM, 144 millimeters of pin, 200 alpha gun on this tank with a 5-second reload. So, you know, not horrible, not too good or anything like that. The aiming is, you know, it's okay, decent accuracy on this tank. Only 5 degrees of gun depression again here, and that's 63 kilometer an hour top speed with 20 reverse speed. And this tank is one of the weirdest looking tanks I've ever seen. This tank is so weird. I don't know why this tank looks like this. That is the weird. Don't tell me that's the weirdest tank you've ever seen. Like, that looks so weird. For a light tank, at least. Like, there's some weird tanks out there, like the Dreadnought and stuff. But that's a light tank. That's just one weird light tank. So yeah, that is the whole new line, the T100LT line. That's the name of it right there. That's the whole line. To research up the whole line, including the T54 lightweight, I do believe, will be 673,000 free experience. Thankfully, I already have the T54 lightweight, so I should only have to research the 9 and 10 to get to the 10 super quick, and then I can get the 7 later. And I'll try to just free XP up there real quick and try to get some reviews out for you guys. But yeah, that is pretty much for the main new feature of the update, but I will go over a few things right here real quick, a few of these buffs real quick. There's a lot of buffs at tier 9, and the next update will most likely have tier 10s, because last time it was tier 8s, now tier 9s. Tier 10's next, and I'm afraid for them to completely rebalance tier 10. That might go bad. We'll see. Anyway, T92E1. I'm not going to go over all these buffs. I'm just going to go over a few here because there are a lot. I have all these. I'm going to flip through them all so you can screenshot, look at them, or go to Blitzhanger if you want to look at all these buffs. There's just way too many for me to go over. I'll go over a few though. T92E1 is getting much better velocity, worse on its heat actually, but better on the other things. Good buff. M46 Patton is getting a little more accurate. M5 Yo is getting a little bit less accurate on the base aim time, but better dispersion. Kind of a weird buff. AE Phase 1 is getting a little more accurate. T95 is getting a DPM nerf, but it's barely anything, really not going to do anything, but it's going to go 4 kilometers an hour faster forward, so it's really a buff. T54 getting a little more accurate. ST is getting a little slower, barely anything though, not going to affect the gameplay that much. ISA is getting a little better dispersion, but going a little bit slower. I actually think this will decently affect it. It's going down 5 kilometers an hour. It's supposed to be that fast heavium. I really don't think that was a necessary nerf. I don't know why they did that. Object 704 is getting much more HP, which is great. That tank has crap HP. Very bad HP. It needs that HP buff. The reload is going up by about a second, though, which is, not the best. I would prefer they just kept it how it was. I think it was fine right there. E50 is getting a little better of a reload. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, a little bit better of a reload, and a little worse dispersion. Actually, quite a bit worse dispersion. So, I think that, again, that should not have a dispersion nerf. I don't know why that's getting a dispersion nerf. Leo, PTA is basically getting the same buff and nerf. VK 45.2B is getting a side armor buff, by the way. I do know that. There are some armor changes to all these tanks, but I'm not going to go over those as well because there's way too many of them. But anyway, it's getting a side armor buff, which is good, and then a tiny traverse nerf. Cape Conf Panzer getting a nice 5 penetration buff. Jag Tiger getting some dispersion nerf. WT is getting a reload nerf by about 1 second, which, I like the WT. I love that tank. I really wish they don't nerf it. I know it's OP, but still, I want it how it is. And it's going 2 kilometers an hour faster. Again, I think, unnecessary, but whatever. Just Centurion 701 dispersion is getting a little worse. Conway is getting a little bit better power to weight ratio. But it's getting worse traverse speed and effective power to weight ratio, so not sure what's going on with that, but that's a little weird anyway. Tortoise is getting a DPM buff here on the tank, but a dispersion nerf. Type 61 is getting a view range nerf by 10, and yeah, you can see the list goes on here. You can screenshot the rest of these if you want. And yeah, that is all of them. And what is this right here? I don't know what that's there for. Anyway, those are most of the buffs and nerfs of all the tanks. Yeah, a little bit of rebalancing going on. I think it was a little, I think it's okay. Nothing major went on here, like super changing the game. Nice reload buff on the AMX, needed it. But yeah, I think it'll be a decent update. I really am looking forward to the new Russian lights, and I don't think they will ruin comp that much. I think it will be, a little OP of a tank still in comp with, the spotting mechanic, but I don't think it's going to ruin it or make it crazy or anything like that. But I think they will still be OP tanks in pubs. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.